Hey everybody, I'm Kendall. Welcome to another sketchbook review, so let's just jump right in. So this is a moleskin sketchbook, and I use watercolor and gouache and India ink, pen and ink as I go through this. The majority of these illustrations are done in watercolor until I get more towards the back of the sketchbook, and you'll find this more gouache. Some experimental things like that swan and these lines with the splatter marks. This was for Paris when the cathedral was on fire. This was one of my first experiments using gouache in the flame, more of an opaque watercolor. Salt and texture in watercolor for the background, and more loose painting here. And this is my dog, Angus. Again, salt texture I use for the background, which is great fun and was worthwhile experimentation. This I started using gouache again, and I really started to get the feel for how it blends together and using it in conjunction with watercolor. This is my first try at urban sketching, and I didn't really feel that it's my thing. This is, the background there was done with some masking fluid, so a little bit of experimentation. This is one of my first attempts at spontaneous landscape painting. R2D2. Again, hard surface modeling. I'm sorry, not modeling. Hard surface painting. A little bit more of a challenge for me. So I like to keep with the organic things that don't have to be exact. A piece of fantasy art I did. It kind of mixed a bear and a bird. Put a tail of a snake on there and just kind of see what you get. Just trying to explore a little bit more with landscapes here. Again, using gouache. I used a watercolor foundation and then just went over it and hit some of the more highlights. This is where I started into some pet portraits. Really like the character that some of these animals have. It's such fun to just go ahead and try and bring them out in paper. Some of these things I put down I primed my paper through inspiration from James Gurney with acrylic paint is what I use. And some of that color tends to soak through or just come forward, and it ties the whole illustration together. Here I use some gold ink as some highlights, a little bit of experimentation in this landscape piece. And this one is all done in watercolor. And this one is all done in gouache with an acrylic base, light blue base layer. So I primed the canvas with light blue and I painted on top of it. It gives it a very cool looking piece to it. And this one I did with a red underpainting, just a flat color. And that's it. So thanks for going through this with me. Check me out on Instagram, The Stump Project, and I'll see you soon.